What's shaking, people? How you doing? It's your boy, back, back, back with another one. I hope everybody's doing good today. Just taking my EXN out for a nice blast. Familiar little route. You guys kind of know this route coming down second. So this is my Mollicel EXN. I got it kitted with the Alien Rides bumpers. My buddy Chief Rabbit, he designed. He didn't design the pads, but he modded them out for me because I have some specs that I like. I like them to be about 3 inches deep, and I like them to be a little bit bigger as far as surface area. I move around a lot, and I find that it helps me to anchor myself in if I've got that sort of depth. When I got these cameras, I knew I was going to be able to give you guys a much better picture of what I see on my rides and express that to you better visually. The greens and the trees, the blue in the sky. I mean, in Gainesville we have, it's like a tropical, forest stuff. We have deciduous forest stuff. We have coniferous forest stuff. So and then we have swamp stuffs. And I think there's one more type of forest type woodland that I'm missing. But we got all of them, and the colors are so beautiful. So you have tennis courts on the right there, and then the O'Connell Center coming up on the right. I think if you see around this bend here. After a while when you're riding these, you start to, I'll say it, you start to make love to the air, man. You start to feel it wrap around your body. It doesn't happen below the 30s as much, but when you get used to cruising around 35, 40, 45, 50, the air really starts to wrap itself around you, and it's a whole other body that you are literally consorting with in space. It's just this whole other body that's impacting you in space. And you have to learn how to move with it and move through it and make it into your friend, this invisible thing that is moving all around you. And sometimes it's going to grab you and it's going to take you left. Sometimes it's going to grab you and it's going to try to take you right. And other times it's going to push you. It's going to push you forward. And sometimes it's going to stop you. It might hit your upper body different than it hits your lower body. But however it does, you'll start to learn how to move through it and how to fall forward through space. I remember one time I was out on the trails in San Francisco with my buddy Chief Rabbit, and I had this epiphany that it's not really that I'm rolling forward on the ground where I'm being held down by gravity, but I started thinking about moving on these things as like falling forward through space, just this perpetual fall that you never come back from. And when you're moving at speed, that's how it feels. Making my way down University Avenue here. It's 25 miles an hour here, so it's really easy to be safe and navigate in a way that makes it so you're not going to get hurt, and you can keep up with traffic pretty good. On the main stretch of downtown here, you'll see it's only 30 miles an hour. So, to keep up and to move on my EXN out here is just nothing. The EXN will hit about 50 miles an hour, 48, 50 miles an hour on full charge. So you'll see me move a lot. I move a lot. I swim through the air a lot. You'll see that. And it's because you just start to realize, even though you can't see it, there's this liquid all around you. There's this fluid, like I said, this body, this wind. And the more that you learn to move with it, instead of trying to be a fixed object in space, the the better that it's going to work out for you, because it's always changing. You know, the wind, the circumstances of the wind, with your acceleration, with just the wind itself. If you didn't move, it would move by itself. So, you know, you're applying so many different elements to the way that your body receives that input. And oh, hold up, y'all. And you know, that being the case, you have to adapt. You know, trying to ride in a straight line is not as easy as you would think. You know, you sit here when you first start riding and you're like, I just want to be able to go on a straight line, only to figure out after a period of time that it's actually, you know, you're wanting to kind of serpentine with it, kind of, you know, sway, you know, drift, side, side. I love the way the city unfolds for me as I come down through it. University Avenue just opens up, you know, and when there's no cars, it just so happened that there was no cars during this little stretch of traffic that I was at. I wasn't particularly moving super fast or anything. It was just a stretch of cars. There's no cars here. It's Bo Diddley Plaza. Lots of live music there to the left. All the time, live music. The cobblestones, indicative of our downtown heritage, the rainbow sidewalks, indicative of the city's commitment to inclusivity, and all of the fancy little restaurants, indicative of the city's commitment to being tasty. Tasty city. And coming up on the Hippodrome right there, is a historic theatrical establishment. Done some catering back there. At one point in time, I did some catering. Palomino's on the left. It's an old pool hall with a music venue in the backyard. Actually, it's called the Backyard. And I've done some shows there, and I've gone to some shows there. I actually played a game of pool there. Courthouse. Nobody wants to go to the courthouse. So this is my fair city, and a little risky. You know, my EXN. I find time to ride all my wheels. You know, I can only really touch my Lagoa wheels when it's sunny out though. You know, it's very particular use case scenarios that I have to be mindful of. So when I have the chance, I do try to put my wheels in rotation. I have a few of them. I don't think I have as many as Chooch. I definitely do find time to ride all my wheels. My dream is to get the 2-inch, it's like an inch, it's like a 20 millimeter lift on the pedals. I want to get a nice 20 millimeter lift on the pedals. If I did that, I think that EXN would be crazy. I mean, it's already super squirrely, so I don't know if that's really the move, because it is pretty squirrely. After moving the bigger wheels, you can just see it kind of like it's. I love it to death, but there is some squirrely stuff that happens. I guess it's also because my legs are really tired, man. I logged probably 200 and something miles this weekend. I just couldn't get enough of it. Big shout out to Lazy Rolling for sponsoring this old vagabond of a young male. Love my Lazy Rolling armor. Love my jeans. I love my jacket. It's by far the piece of equipment I use the most. My Lazy Rolling jacket. It's comfortable. And you know, I thought it would be horrible in the heat. But if you wear a compression shirt, and then you put on your Lazy Rolling jacket.
All right, y'all.
Anyway.
Woo! Appreciate y'all vibing with me. And that's a wrap.